Hi, I'm BigFuzzyYak, and I'll be attending Timeless Gaming Convention 2025. I can't wait to see you there.
We're going to start, folks. So, content creation is something that, how many of you here are content creators? Raise your hands. Right, so it's a fair chunk, right? Fair chunk for you. This is a panel that we run every year at this event. You get a lot of things out of this. You might not know the content creators, you might know them, but what you will do is you will learn something from this, right? Because you will pick up the do's and don'ts, some little tips to try, and some of the things, other ideas, like how to speak to brands. And you're going to get the experience of people who've been doing it for a number of years, a number of months, sharing their success stories. So, please welcome up on our stage, firstly, our guest host. She's very famous, it's BigFuzzyYak! And on our panel today, please give it up for the one-handed gamer! Take a seat, Hijiabihoo! Also known as Danny, wonderful cosplay. There we go, we're all doing this now. There we go. From Studio 42, please give it up for Tommy! There we go. There you go. We're here for Preceey! There we go. And I'm going to hand you over, and if our other guests up here as well, slot them in. We don't know what they are, we'll slot them in. Hand you over to the wonderful BigFuzzyYak. There you go.
Welcome to Timeless. We have beautiful, lovely, amazing content creators here with us. I'm going to have them introduce themselves to all of you, explain how they got into content creation, and what made them cross that bridge to actually shove themselves over that bridge to get into it, because sometimes that's a big push, and there's some people in the audience that might want to know how to take that to the next level. Would you like to start?
Hi guys, my name's Danny, also known as Hijiabihoo. I'm a cosplayer, although you wouldn't tell today. I'm a streamer and I make short form content on tech and gaming.
What's up, guys? My name is Hmpsfinest. I stream on Twitch and I also dive into the
Can you hear me? Yeah. Hey everyone, my name is Alex, also known as the One-Handed Gamer. I'm a variety of streamer and primarily play shooter games that be Apex Legends, sports games, and more games. Importantly, I basically games one-handed.
Hi everyone, my name is Tommy. I am a creator on TikTok. I actually started out my creator journey on Instagram, working with more fashion brands before moving across to gaming on TikTok. And now I own Studio 42, which is the largest gaming network on TikTok.
Hi everyone, my name is Preceey. I'm a content creator and streamer on TikTok, mainly focusing on gaming content, and I'm also a live manager at Studio 42.
Alright, so my first real question is for you. What is your biggest win in your content creation journey so far? And it's going to be different for all of you, and try not to compete. It's a personal question. So, anyone would like to start with that?
Awesome. So on TikTok, there's a accolade called Gaming Live Pro. So TikTok actually, you have to meet certain criteria to reach it. And the central team in China actually review all of the people who are technically eligible for it. You have to pass a PR check and things like that. And then you get a badge, Gaming Live Pro badge. So it's a really coveted title to get, and I was looking to get it in February of this year. So it's in recognition of excellent content creation, community engagement, and yeah, just putting out good content to TikTok. So,
My biggest achievement is a good question. As well. I mean, I got a few. Well, for content-wise, I would probably say, as someone that's obviously challenging everything, I would say mostly with brands. So, for example, I recently got accepted as a creator for Apex Legends for the Creator Hub recently. And on a personal, very personal level, I also passed my driving test recently, like a couple years back as well. So, in terms of like my personal goal, I would say complete my driving and being able to drive here. But in terms of content creation, I would say being able to work with brands like Apex, Ubisoft, and obviously Gamer Code, which you can see like very well. So yeah.
Mine doesn't have to do with me exactly. I think my biggest win, I would say, is when I started doing what I do, I didn't see anyone that looked like me out there. And now I see a lot more of them. And some of them remember when I was the first. So sometimes getting the odd comment of like, I know you from before this became more popular, that's quite a nice feeling.
I'd probably say my biggest win/achievement was achieving 50,000 followers on TikTok. But then also becoming friends and following the people, and becoming friends on TikTok with people I like looked up to when I first started. Now my friends and like heard them all the time. Yeah, it's just really nice to see.
You know, you'd have asked me this question a year and a half ago or 2 years ago, I'd have told you it would be achievement Twitch partner, but that's just like the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more after that, you know, especially diving into like the real life content. Like the gentleman before me said, I'm working with people that I used to look up to, and it's really good.
I think a lot of people might be interested in this one because this one's about working with brands and sponsorships. Do you have any advice, positive or negative? Do you have a favorite brand that you've worked with? Do's and don'ts working with brands or putting your emails in your bios and your media kits? Any advice that you'd like to touch on?
Shoot your shot. That's the worst thing you can do is tell you no. That's genuinely it. I've worked with some of the biggest brands in this industry, Secret Labs, Elgato. I'm sponsored by Gamer Subs currently. I'm currently sponsored by an American clothing brand called Into I'm wearing today. Just shoot your shot. The worst thing they're going to do is tell you no, honestly.
I would say biggest piece of advice is make friends outside of work. Actually take the time out to get to know people and get to know people within the industry, and you'll find that they'll come back to you and say, actually, they were really cool. They gave me a high five that one time. That was a really fun conversation. I like their work. Let's look more into them. And the chances are opportunities are starting to come from there.
Honestly, what you just said just hit the nail on the coffin, to be honest. You've got to put it here with that one, not bad. But yeah, like what you said there, I don't agree with that one. The other thing I would say for any advice to get the streaming and stuff is find your niche. So for example, as someone like me with obviously disability, it's like finding what is unique to you. Find your niche, make content on other platforms as well. Obviously, make friends along the way, and also don't look at the viewership as well. Just have fun with it along the way. In terms of working with brands, like they just said, shoot your shot. Because I took my job with many brands at the Nanuka game, including Farm Soldiers, Ubisoft. Just shoot your shot, and you never know what could happen. Just go for it. Just eat and go for it. Honestly, like, at the end of the day, it's you against you. There's one thing I've learned throughout the content, it's you against you. It doesn't matter how many followers you've got, how many viewers you've got. At the end of the day, you're doing this for yourself and for your reasons. Like, I found this out many years ago, and I just learned that at the end of the day, I'm doing this for myself and what I want to do with that, and people are inspired by it. So yeah, like, shoot your shot and, don't give up. Even when the viewership is low, go. Don't give up.
I completely agree. I think off the back of that, I think authenticity is really important. I think be authentically you. Brands have gone from kind of like being interested in views and likes and followers, whereas now brands have shifted. They're more interested in engaging and working with creators who are more authentic. It might be that you only have 500 followers or even less. It doesn't matter if you've got 500 dedicated community members, followers, fans, whatever you want to call them. That brand is going to be more interested in that number than having 50,000 that might engage with your content every now and then. So just make sure that whatever you do, as my friend said, don't focus on followers or views or likes. Focus on just being authentically you, finding your niche, and then really honing in on that, and brands absolutely love that.
And yeah, basically what everyone else has said, really good so far. And I would just say, when you keep being you, be true to yourself, and eventually, I wouldn't focus on the brand as much because you might, like, I don't know, get down on yourself, or you don't want to be too, like, heartbroken, like, oh, they said no. Just don't worry about it. If you keep being you, keep being yourself, keep turning up, eventually, it will all just come. The rewards, brands, they all come to you, instead of you chasing them.
So my next question is, now that you've had all this experience of being content creators and have been on your journeys now, what would you go back and do differently? That maybe something like you struggle with, and maybe you thought it was really difficult back then, but now you're like, oh, piece of cake. Or why did I get my head stuck on this issue? Like, when it really didn't even matter. Why was I making it internally a big issue? Because I think everyone can probably relate with this. But yeah.
It's interesting that. So, predominantly, I'm a GTA role player. I blew up playing GTA roleplay, and it got to the point after years that I thought that if I was to switch and go to variety, that the viewers would pull me, and it would send me into a spiral. But I took the leap, and it did happen as expected. The viewers did drop, but it weren't as important as I thought it was, because it got to the point where I was forcing myself every day to stream a game that I weren't really enjoying. So, if I could give anyone advice that's doing content creation, it would be to do variety. Don't be niche, because at the end of the day, it might work in the short run, but somewhere down the line, you're going to get fed up playing the same game every day, sadly. So, variety, branch out. That would be my advice.
So, my point kind of goes with that, but also kind of against it. Don't be afraid. No. Bear with me. If you start in one thing and you don't like it, just change your content. It is as simple as that. You're doing it for yourself at the end of the day. If you don't like what you're doing, change it. People want to work with you, they don't want to work with someone who makes X, Y, Z technically, if that makes sense. Many people stream, many people wear a hijab, for example, many people are in the same spot as I am. If they want to work with me, it's because of something I provide that others don't. It's my personality, it's my way of engaging with my community, it's the way that I talk to people, etc., etc. If you don't like what we do, just change it. Add on to it. If you start in one niche and think, actually, I quite enjoy this as well, do both. There's nothing wrong with it. And in the end, you'll find your way, and then if you want to change again, by all means do so. People will stick with you because it's you, not because specifically they like this specific game or this specific thing.
100% agree with you on that one, because as someone that used to play, obviously, I'm probably getting a lot of boost for this, but I used to play CODs back in the day. So, yeah, like I played COD from like the first few years, and then I was like, okay, I'm going to switch on to obviously Apex. Then I went variety, and then went back to Apex, and now I'm doing variety. It's just, don't be afraid to switch it up. And at the end of the day, people are going to be there for you. Like, I remember when I started, everyone was there just for the Call of Duty. But then as I built myself and I opened up more to everything, how the condition works, everything, everyone started following for me just because of what I do. At the end of the day, like, I do more than just game as well, for example. I go to the gym as well. Like, I've been going to the gym quite a lot, not because obviously to show off or anything like that. It's to do with just motivate others to go to like to do fitness centers. Because being a complete person myself, it's challenging. It's very challenging, and it's like, because for example, like you go to gym, everyone's like, obviously, and it's normal. unique in their own way. Obviously, there's me being like very uniquely challenged, and I just get on with it. So yeah, like honestly, find what is good to you and just stick with it, and people kind of reflect you for you. You know, even if you switch up a game, or if you end up doing a different game or a RPG, people will be there for you, and that's how it is. You're going to get people that are going to be like deterred from you and obviously like pull away because they're just like, oh, you're playing this or you're playing this. At the end of the day, they're just playing for that game. There are people that will be there for you. So I would say just keep doing what you're doing and people will be there for you.
I think I would agree. I think if you think about if you have one person who's in your live stream, that one person they've joined because they've been interested in what you're streaming. The more that they engage with you and the more that they sort of immerse themselves in your life and what you're doing, the more that's they're gonna pay that into you by keep coming back. But also they're gonna share it to their friends. They're gonna engage with you more. Like, you're gonna get more out of that yourself. I think one mistake that I did was if I was live and I only had one viewer, sorry, I was like, oh, I need to change what I'm doing. Don't necessarily change often. Try and stick to something, and then really go at it, but still keep that variety there. And as my friend said, keep those other elements of your life in there as well. Whether you're going to the gym, whether it's when you're on holiday, because as a content creator, you don't have to stop. We're gamers. When we're on holiday, we don't necessarily we can still go live, we can still create content, and our communities are still going to be interested in that. And it's the same with posting. Don't focus on, if I post a video and it didn't get 1,000 views, I'm going to delete it. Actually, algorithms take that. Keep the post on there. You never know. In 2 months' time, that post might blow up. Or somebody might find that, share it to a friend, and the next thing that you've got this whole group of people who've all of a sudden become interested in your content. So I think stick at it, keep variety there, and don't focus on the numbers.
For me, I'd probably say, if I could go back, I'd be way more consistent. Because when I first started, I was posting at least, more than once a day, streaming every day, and I got to a point where I was comfortable, so I thought, I'm going to take a break, everyone's going to come back and watch me. I took a break for a couple of days, didn't go as well as when I left, so I thought, I'll take another bit of a break, a week, 2 weeks, come back, and they all go. Because realistically, they're there to watch you. When they keep turning up, they want to see you, and then when you're not showing up, they find someone else to watch, and they go attached to them. So for me, I just say, try and be consistent, even if it's just posting 3 times a week, trying to go live at least 2 hours a day, even if you're on holiday, on TikTok especially, just show up for 2 hours if you can. If you can't, it's fine, just try to make like a post or something, telling the creators, if I'm going to be gone, I'll be back at this time. But then you've got to make sure you do turn up, because there's a lot of people who'll be like, oh, I'm gonna go, I'll be back at this time, this date, this time, everyone will be there, and then they won't show up. So I just say be consistent and just keep grinding.
On a more personal note as well, don't burn yourself out. I think it's a really good one. Push content, yes. Post consistently, yes. Enjoy what you do. But if you feel like you need a break, just take it. They'll pick up on it and they'll come back when you're ready to, and they'll be happy that you've come back. And they'll celebrate that. But if you try and just keep going and going and going, you will burn out and you'll end up on a much longer break than you expected, and then you never know.
Even if it's like family as well, if you've got family and stuff like that, like as in like personal. So like for me, I had to have a personal balance for myself, for family and everything. And I still was obviously streaming stuff, but my mood changed. And so that everyone saw that, but I didn't talk about it because obviously it was a private. Long story short, it went well. I'm all great now, everything. But like you said, honestly, take breaks when you can. Even now, like we will take breaks here and everything. And that's the best thing is take a break when you can. Even if it's, let's say, one day, or I'm gonna take a break this day and everything like that. You don't have to be like every single day. Have a schedule as well. Like have a schedule as well, because being live every day is good, but also we've got to Nanuka. Select your days that you want to stream, set the times you want to stream as well, because it makes things a lot easier and it makes you more approachable, more like noticeable, like more noticeable than everything. So yeah, just also take breaks as well. that's the thing I would say.
Is it alright if we get to the audience and have anyone out there that wants to ask some questions for our local panel? Do you have anybody?
Oh boy. Hi. Hello everyone.
Oh, dude.
Okay, I have a slight problem. I'm brain frying because I have like 5 questions I want to ask and I can only ask one. Go for it. So, you guys are all streamers, just so I've got that correct, right? Yes. Okay, so, can I ask, who's the youngest here? There's a very specific reason. How old are you? Are you in your 20s?
18.
18, okay. Lame question, what do you guys consider as a retro console? I want to start from the youngest, go to the oldest.
Well, like what I think is a retro console. Yes. Like a Game Boy.
I'd have to say Nintendo 64.
For me, I've got 2, to be fair. I would personally say the Nintendo DS for me, and the classic PS1.
I'm sure my age a bit, but I would say the Atari, the original Atari.
The Atari, the same.
Who would like to ask the next question?
So when it comes to content creators, obviously people sing about a lot of words that kind of make it sound more businessy than it already is. But do you guys personally feel that you need to treat your content creation as a business when it becomes business? Because obviously you're making money at the end of the day, and obviously I know from my perspective, and maybe a lot of others, is that you see yourself as a content creator, but you are a brand at the end of the day. And obviously this kind of leads into your guys of like working with brands and stuff like that. Did you feel you have to take yourselves more seriously if you wanted to?
No. When I started taking myself less seriously, my opportunities went flying. 100%. If you're in any job, you act as a professional within the workspace, within the workplace, maybe with your colleagues outside of work, fine. There is always time to come out of that kind of space and chill and just be yourself. The same goes with content creation. In certain settings, yes, you are a professional, you are there as a brand to represent yourself and to make money. At the same time, you are allowed a personality. You are allowed to have a laugh and have fun. And sometimes taking yourself less seriously in a way becomes your brand. Yeah. For context, self-plug, yeah? I joined an org, Project Hayven, and since then I started taking things a lot less seriously, and I say a lot of strange things, a lot of funny things, and that has very much become something that people look forward to. And when they watch my streams, they're like, is this person going to be there? Because you guys have really good banter, and they actually enjoy it, and it's become something that I've pulled people into to create content that I've been paid for. So it is good to have a laugh and to kind of let loose a little bit.
I would agree with that. Honestly, like I would say, like there is times you have to be professional. For example, obviously, if you're doing branded content, but aside from that, you're allowed to be like joking and everything. For example, for my streams, we have like sound alerts, and you can probably see where it's going. So yeah, like obviously recently, everyone knows the meme about the lizard meme. Yeah. Every time now you say the word lizard in my chat, it plays it. So you can see where it's all going, how crazy it gets. But yeah, like in terms of like obviously like you said about the word, obviously being comedic as well during the and also being professional. There are times when you have to be professional, but there's also times where you can be, funny, entertaining, and everything. As someone like me that can't really, I can take jokes, but my community roasted me for doing something wrong, or for example, if I'm playing a game and I end up making mistakes, they end up doing a sound alert or try to, make me laugh at me. But we have good times, so.
So, My tag on socials is Hmpsfinest, right? So for those of you that don't know, HMP means Her Majesty's Prison. I've been to prison, I served 7 years, and I come out and I started streaming. Do I act professionally? No. I act myself, I swear a lot. I do silly things, but sometimes brands like that, they like the redemption story, you know what I'm saying? So I've come out, I've been doing this for the last 4 years now, full time. So, do I act professional? No. Do you have to act professional? No. Some of the brands that I've worked with, they tell me that cater the video to your audience. They don't want you to change the video too much, because then you're changing yourself and it becomes fake. So, no, I don't act professional.
I think it goes back to what I was saying earlier, is authenticity like sells. And that's what brands, like, they've shifted. So as I said, like, I started on Instagram with like fashion and travel brands. And yes, like back then it was very much like you had to be, I guess, what you call it, politically correct, and like you have to operate within very strict parameters of what you could and couldn't say and post. Whereas now it's shifted. I think public opinion has shifted as well. Like, we all like a bit of like tongue-in-cheek banter from time to time, and sometimes we can be a bit too sensitive. I think a lot of people would agree. But I think authenticity sells, and when we talk about what a brand is, yes, like you can have like, I guess every brand has brand guidelines and things, but you create your own brand yourself. And if your own brand yourself is to swear, is to, you know, have tongue-in-cheek banter, then there will be a brand out there, and there will be people out there that will engage with that. So I think, as I said earlier, don't like be you, because otherwise it's fake. And we live in a world of filters where, you know, people are, there's AI, there's filters, there's people, like, you don't know sometimes what's real and what isn't. So the more real you can be and the more authenticity we can keep in this world, I think is really important.
Yeah, the one thing I've always stuck by was just being myself, because I'd rather like be myself and have fun streaming than trying to put myself into like a strict professional mode where maybe I don't enjoy it as much, so I won't stream for as long, I won't put as much content up. I'd rather just be me, post what I want to post, and just, because at the end of the day, people are gonna like you and not like you. But I would rather people like me for being me than being for some character and, you know, being professional and this and that. So I just stay true to yourself.
Any more questions on the side of the room?
Anyone but me, yeah, okay. How do you deal with this comparison? If you were saying that comparison is a big thing, and obviously in your industry, it's obviously you're inundated with fellow creators and seeing what they're doing. Does that ever come into your mindset? Ignoring what other people are doing or comparing yourself with them, and how do you deal with that? Because I believe that's probably quite a big mental challenge.
Are you asking, like, do we compare ourselves to other creators? Is what you're asking?
Yeah.
I used to eat away at me that people were doing better than me. But then I just decided to stay in my lane, and it weren't worth the sleepless nights, and it weren't worth the what am I doing wrong, and it just eats away at you. So eventually you just learn to let it go, and you just become yourself and you stay in your lane.
I think same, yeah. I used to compare myself a lot to people, especially people who I saw kind of growing faster than I. But I stand by what I said earlier about the same way that like a brand would approach someone else, they're approaching you. So they want your personality, they want your face, they want whatever you bring to the table, not X, Y, and Z. And I think it's very important to kind of celebrate your own wins in that sense, and remember where you came from and where you got to at that time, and kind of think about where you want to be, for example, in the next 5 years, and work towards it. Because at the end of the day, if we always think, I'm not doing well enough, I'm not doing well enough, chances are, go back 5 years, look where you are now.
Honestly, when you say about that, like comparing others, someone like me, obviously, everyone here is like great in here. But someone like me, I just think to myself, okay, I'm unique in my own way. I always say it to myself, I'm always unique in my own way. I don't like care what others do, whether they're doing bigger than me, and think my time will come, anything like that. No matter what anyone says, like my time is gonna be it. You know, their time is not, my time is now. So it's just, what I say is, it's just, you know, keep going with it all, and you know, celebrate the wins as well. Because, like, for example, like I said, like, obviously me, like, passing the driving, all these sort of stuff, I don't achieve, like, I don't talk about my achievements because I don't like to crash. I like to stay humble. Unless someone asks me, be like, oh, like, what do you do? Like, what do you do? Then I'll talk about it. So it's like, sometimes I just stay humble with it, just, like, keep it to myself unless someone asks me. And as well as celebrating your wins, celebrate your friends' wins as well. Like, even if it's a small win, whether that's IRL or even content creation, don't give them that celebration stuff. The amount of times I've seen people that I've met that overcome from streaming or due to mental health, it's a big achievement. You know, small wins for others as well is also a great thing as well as your own. So support others as well when you can. And choose who you want to support as well. Choose who you want to support. Because I used to support everybody. Now, as the years go on, I choose who I want to support and who I want to like follow and everything. So yeah, so just, you know, celebrate your wins and honestly, like, ignore the haters as well. Because you're gonna get people that will hate. That's one thing I will say is that you're gonna get people that will hate on you for literally anything. Literally anything. Like, you know, you could be coming here, talking in a panel, and people will start on you. You know, it could be anything. At the end of the day, you're here, they're like miles away. So, you know, like, just celebrate your wins, even your friends win as well, and just ignore the haters. Ignore them.
I completely agree with what everybody's said. What I would also say is there's an element as well of like best practice and also taking inspiration from other creators. There's no harm in going out there and looking at what other people are doing and not necessarily taking the idea, but you might look at it and go, well, this is how I can adapt that to my community or my stream or my content creation. And I think, you know, I think you'd even say like a lot of the people, like you said before, the people that you've taken inspiration from that you're now friends with, I'm sure you looked at their content and you were like, okay, how can I then adapt this to my language, my style, my delivery?
Literally, that's what I was going to say. I've never really compared myself to anyone. I just see if there's people in my industry doing better than me, I'll look at their videos. Oh, I'll take a bit of this on this career. I'll take a bit of that. And essentially, that's what I've done. And I put it all together. And people who follow that creator come follow me, and people who took stuff from that creator will come and follow me. So I don't really compare myself. I'll just like research other creators in the industry, what works well for them, and I try and implement it, like my content and my streams.
Basically, adapt it essentially to so, yeah.
The senator has a question.
So one of the things I personally struggle with, and Danny knows this already, is like procrastination. How do you guys deal with that? Like part of your brain that basically says, "Oh, can I really be bothered?"
Energy drinks.
Danny, you already know how to for that.
Okay, so to throw it back in with Chuck knows I'm a very big procrastinator. But having what you guys were saying earlier about scheduling things is a big help. You can always, as long as you have a plan in place for how to make things or when to make things, you can kind of work on the what to do in order to make it happen down the line, if that makes any sense. Just have a timetable. So set, for example, if you work a full-time job, because I work a 9 to 5 and you talk about content and everything else, I set one day in the week, this is my content making day. I will make X, Y, and Z. If I have campaigns that are specifically, if I have deadlines, if the deadline is after that, then that is a dedicated day. If not, fit it in. You just have to kind of force it sometimes. But reward yourself after with a break. And that kind of helps in a way why you to think, right, if I do this thing, then I get the reward of this. Whether you take yourself out for a meal, whether you order in, whether you have a day off, a night off, play games with friends, whatever it is, give yourself something to look forward to afterwards, and you'll find it will get easier. And as long as you have fun with it, then it's not really work as much, it's more work that you enjoy and things that you actually look forward to doing, and you will kind of fall into the habit of knowing what to do next. implemented scheduling?
I would say like the block scheduling for me has completely changed my life. You know, it sounds quite corporate, I guess, but just having those blocks of the day where it might be content creation, it might be engaging with your community, it might be responding to comments, whatever it is. But then also you've got gym, and you know, it could be just talking to friends and taking a break. I also think as well, surrounding yourself with people who are similar, so other content creators, other streamers, even whether it's in a Discord chat or whether it's in a Snapchat group chat, whatever it is just talking to each other and kind of like motivating each other as well.
I agree with that as well, because before, when I used to start, like back in 2020 when obviously the pandemic hit, I wasn't with like a group of friends and stuff like that. I had my like group, but then I brought them into this like stream mode and they enjoy it as well. It's nice to have like that little like, you know, bubble that you've got of friends, whether that's IRL, whether it's through the gaming. It's nice to have a little bubble because then you can make good content with it and enjoy yourself with it. Because if you have friends that you're laughing, stuff like that, people will see it and make tune in and stuff like that. But if it's like very quiet and stuff, it's not like great, but having like friends to help you support you through the way is also another great thing as well. So I don't think I do that.
Schedule's a massive thing, because for me, especially when I first started, I was in A levels, and then as I finished there, what I was doing was content creation with TikTok. I was the laziest procrastinator probably in the world. I would literally stay in bed, go to bed about 3-4 a.m, wake up 2 the next day. But no, recently I've started like a part-time job to help me get me out of bed, scheduling. I know I stream more now that I'm in a job than when I did before. Because I get home from work like, oh, I can't wait to stream now. And then I'll post when I'm streaming, and then everyone will like comment to the story when I said I was going to stream, and it like kind of motivates me. So yeah.
So what he's just said, you have to find motivation, right? So I'm a father, so I don't have time to sit and procrastinate because this is my full-time job. So if I don't work or if I don't post content, there's no money coming in. So I can't then buy my kids or treat my kids to the things that they need. So procrastination is not really something that I have time to do. Right? Scheduling's good, but it doesn't always work because sometimes when you're a father, something might pop up that's out of your control and you might have to change something. So it's hard to sit there and procrastinate when you've got kids. It's not about you anymore, it's about providing for your family. So, yeah.
And one final question.
What is your current highest moment in terms of content creation?
See the wheels turning there.
If anything, if I'm being honest, being in here has to be one of my achievements for 2025, because as somebody that has a disability, if like that, obviously you talk about procrastination and like being in your own head. For me, obviously being as a unique challenge, I'm always saying to myself, am I good enough to be a creator? Am I good enough to like, do stuff, or all that sort of stuff? And it's always been crossing my mind, everything like that. But the one thing that I taught myself was to never give up, everything like that. Obviously, I'm a wrestling fan, so one of them is obviously John Cena, who says never give up on anything. I always have that motivation and just, yeah. But in terms of achievements, being here with all these creators here and just putting myself out there. I mean, put myself out there, everything, because it's not, as someone like me, it's difficult for me to open up and everything, because I find it very challenging. But being at these events and everything, and the amount of respect I've been given, the amount of love I've been given is helpful, and it's helped me realise, okay, I can do this, I will do this, and gives me hope to make content and all that sort of stuff. So for that, I just want to say thank you, honestly.
I've got two. I've got one that I think my business partner would want me to say, and then I've got one that I want to say. So I mean, I'm joking, but it's, I think for me, where I am now, I'm now helping thousands of other creators do what I've done. So I still go live, I still post content, not as often as I used to, but now as a creator network, we're helping people across the globe achieve what I've already done, which is fantastic. Being able to, it's almost like being a teacher, you're able to pass that on to the next generation, and able to help people, well, change their lives effectively sometimes. On the flip side, I think one huge moment for me was during lockdown. I did a sound, and it got used 250 million times on TikTok. So that was kind of. I mean, my video didn't really blow up, but the sound did. So it was. I'm claustrophobic, Boris, getting out and whatever I said. It's still on my TikTok. You can go and have a look.
For me, I've already touched up on it, but just becoming friends with the people inspired me to start going live. And even today now, just being with like-minded people and the team, it's just something that I never really thought it would happen. I've always grown up watching YouTubers, streamers, going to events and meeting up with other YouTubers and streamers, and it's almost like my reality, and it's just it's something I really enjoy.
I think the highest current point is probably the fact that I don't feel as alone as a content creator anymore. I kind of started off by myself. I also live very remotely from everyone, but I didn't really know anybody. Whereas now it's gotten to a point where if I go wherever it is down the country, I have people that I know and people that know me as well, whether it's as a content creator or otherwise. I don't feel like I'm on my own all the time, and I can reach out to other creators and be like, hey, do you want to work on this thing together, and do you want to make this content, and be like, hell yeah. And if not, they'll put me towards someone who will, and that's how that network grows. But yeah, just same as everybody else, just the friends and everything that you made along the way is probably the highest point. And then in terms of a personal achievement, I'm a massive Assassin's Creed fan, and Ubisoft recently paid me to create a character to work the Magic the Gathering and Assassin's Creed collab, which was really, really cool. And I was the only one that they asked, so that was pretty good.
The biggest achievement for me is it's where I am now, right? So in 2021, I was really sponging off, spent all the money I had on a PC, thinking that this could go tits up. It never, thankfully. I hit a Twitch partner within the year, and that was a massive achievement. But again, that's the tip of the iceberg. I then took this on full time. I'm able to, without sounding like an egotistical prick, excuse my language, I'm able to take my kids on 3-4 holidays a year, because that's what this job has enabled me to do. So the biggest achievement is where I am.
Thank you so much to all of our wonderful creators and everybody's audience. You're amazing. You need to know where the restrooms are and toilets are in the back corner. If you can't figure out how to get to the arcade, it's very tricky. You first come in and take a hard right and way back there, but there are 3 floors to explore. And I'm gonna hand you over to Max.
Thanks everybody. Can we get a round of applause? For Preceey, Tommy, Henry Gamer, Hijiabihoo, Hmpsfinest, and our special host, BigFuzzyYak. Now, I'm going to put Tommy on the spot because obviously, Studio 42, you knew this was coming. I just got to pre-warn you. Obviously, Studio 42 have been very kind to sponsor this stage. So I just want to give you a little bit of a couple of minutes just to explain what Studio 42. I know you might have said a little bit, but just again to reiterate and why you need to go and see all the team on the Studio 42 stand. So just go and join us to Tommy.
Thank you guys, I'll be quick. Studio 42, as I said earlier, is a global creator network. We are partnered directly with TikTok in the UK, in Europe, in North America, and now in Australia as well. And if you go live on Twitch or TikTok, then you can cross-stream to both, and then come and have a chat with us. And we're genuinely committed to helping you grow as creators. And as my friend said, finding revenue streams that allow you to take your kids on holiday 4 times a year and things like that. We're about changing people's lives. We work with creators from all walks of life, whether it's your 9 to 5 or whether it's you have a different 9 to 5, but this is your thing you do in your spare time. I have to give TikTok a plug because we're partnered with them, but I would say that monetization on TikTok is far more efficient than any other streaming platform, and we can definitely give you those tools and abilities to be able to monetize your TikTok into something that can then actually change your life. So yeah, come and chat with us. We'd love to have a chat, and thank you to Mag as well for the opportunity to be here today as well.
Can I just add to what you just said there, Tommy? So I'm not affiliated with Studio 42 at all. TikTok changed my life, by the way. You can earn ridiculous money creating on there, so it is worth going to speak to Studio 42 and getting to know the ins and outs of it, definitely.
Can we have a big round of applause for all our wonderful content creators? Again, if you've got any questions, feel free to go and chat to them. And our host, BigFuzzyYak. Coming up at 3 o'clock. Who wants to win some prizes? Who's got really good gaming knowledge? About 4 people in that corner. Okay. So we are back by popular demand. We are bringing Slope's Game Room Quiz. It was the most packed out thing at last year's Timeless. Slopes will be here, the famous YouTuber, and he will be running a quiz. You can just take part, just sit here, and we've got some fabulous prizes. We have got some limited edition Doom merchandise. Yes, that game I slagged off earlier on the panel. Why not? We've got some limited edition 2-point merch, and we got some Twitch merch, so you can win some prizes just by taking part. So stick around for that at 3 o'clock. Astrobot is still going on right now. Super Mario 3 speedrun is there.
I know you're obsessed with Apex Legends. Yes. Do you have any tips for anybody that wants to get into the game who's going to be starting a lot later?
Don't play it.
Okay.
Play with friends who have played the game before, even if they're not necessarily a good level. Learn from them, and then adapt your own playstyle based on the base skills that you've now learned.
Okay. That's fair. Or just don't play it, because it's gonna absorb your life. Yeah. I'm trying to think, because every time I go to your stream, all I see is you play Apex. I don't see you play anything else.
I play Assassin's Creed. I did see.
You did your cosplay last year from Timeless. Yeah. What's your favorite game to play off stream? That's like the game that's just for you, that you don't play online.
At the moment, it's Expedition 33. I have sunk so many hours into that game, but I don't want to play it on stream. I want to play it by myself because I've had the chance to just digest it. And when I tell you I've spent many nights up all night playing it, I wish that wasn't the case, but beautiful game.
Okay. What else can we ask? How far did you travel to get to Timeless today?
So from point A to point B where I'm staying, it was 3.5 hours.
Woo! Woo!
And then from point B to here is about 1 hour and 10.
Oh, wow. Okay. Our drive was like 4 hours, so people definitely traveled in. Yeah. What is your favorite video game of all time?
Assassin's Creed 2.
What is your favorite video game at the moment?
Other than Expedition 33? If not Apex Legends, then I would say I'm really enjoying Assassin's Creed Shadows.
And what game do you have the most hours in this year?
This year's probably Apex. Yeah.
Are we good? Hi, I'm with Rebecca. We are at Timeless Gaming Convention in Liverpool, and I'm going to ask her about her amazing cosplay. Look at her cosplay.
I'm sorry. Here you go. Hi. So I've tried to cosplay as Lilith from Diablo 4. Obviously not perfect, but it's what I've got. So I'm working with it.
It's her very first cosplay, which I think she's done.
First cosplay ever.
So she's done good because it's her first time.
Thank you so much.
And how much time does it take you to put this together?
Like a couple of weeks.
Okay.
So I ordered things and then things didn't turn up till very late. So I was like up this morning at 5 a.m. trying to put it all together, make sure everything's okay. So I've been awake for a very long time.
What's your favorite part of the outfit?
I love this. I had to stencil this out and spray painted it. So it's like my favorite part because it's what I actually worked on myself. So yeah.
I was gonna say, what was the hardest bit? Was that the hardest bit? Because
that was the hardest.
That was the hardest bit.
That took me the most time.
Is it your favorite bit too, or because I like the horns?
I do love the horns.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh. Yay. Yeah. Okay. Other questions. Okay. My question for you is, what is your favorite video game?
Probably Diablo 4 at the moment. Okay. But I switch, like I go through so many different ones. I love Luma Island. It's a really chill, cozy game.
Okay.
So that's fun. But it depends on what mood I'm in and what I'll play.
What game do you have the most hours in this year?
Oh, this year, probably Diablo 4. Yeah, getting close to 100 hours, I guess. That's
okay.
But that's not a lot.
Yeah, but if you have other responsibilities,
I do have a full-time job. And like look after my grandma and things. So there's other things going on, but I game when I can.
Yeah. So then 100 hours is a lot then when you do that.
It
But for people that have no life, you no lifers out there, and all you game, yeah, you get 100 hours easily in a week.
That would be my dream, is to just game constantly. So if you do if you do that, I'm jealous because that's my lifelong dream.
You're living her dream.
Yeah, you are living my dream. If you game constantly, it's my dream.
What was the first console you ever gamed on?
It was an Atari.
Okay.
I'm old.
You got me beat because I started on a NES.
Oh,
just slightly.
I went from Atari to my ultimate favorite console, a Mega Drive.
Oh,
that was my favorite of all time. Then
Very
Mega
nice.
Drive to PlayStation, then PlayStation 2.
Okay.
And then I kind of skipped 3 and went to 4, and now I'm a Steam Deck girl all the way. I'm Steam.
I think a lot of us make that jump from console to PC.
Yeah.
As I did the same. Now I'm like, I don't even want to touch a console now.
Stadia, when that was a thing, Google Stadia. Oh, that was like the future in our hands, and now it's gone. So I went from Google Stadia to Steam. So, but Steam Deck's amazing, but Google Stadia was the future. I fully believe that.
I missed out on that. So I should have FOMO.
You didn't have to download anything. You just play straight away. There's no downloads. Everything was online. You had all your saves. It was incredible. And then it's gone now, but it was incredible.
What's your favorite console of all time then?
Probably the Steam Deck, now that I have one. It's, I'd say Mega Drive for the nostalgia, but as of right now, the Steam Deck it's an incredible machine. It's
Do
like
most of the games cross-save between Steam and Steam Deck?
Yeah. So that's incredible.
Steam Deck, hit me up.
Steam for the
win. What other things? What is the most overrated fandom? If you want to get controversial.
Overrated
fandom.
Ooh.
Yeah. Who are we calling out?
Oh, I'm not gonna call out anyone.
Okay. Safe.
If you're a fan, you're a fan. I'm not gonna call anyone out.
What's your favorite fandom?
Oh, I don't know. It's a tough question. I'm a big Pokemon fan,
Okay.
So yeah, I'm all for Pokemon with the Pokeball.
I was gonna say, who's your favorite Pokemon then?
Oh, that's such a difficult question.
I like Mimikyu.
Oh, I do like Mimikyu. That's probably a good one. I'll go with Mimikyu.
Mimikyu?
Mimikyu.
All right.
I'll mimic you.
I converted her. Mimikyu.
I'll mimic you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Literally my favorite game. Alright, bye. Hi, can you tell me what your favorite video game of all time is?
Double Dragon, the original in the arcade.
And what's your current favorite video game?
Current favorite? I have no idea.
You have no idea?
I don't have a current favorite video game, no.
No current. Okay. What game do you think you have the most hours in it for this year?
Unfortunately, I've not done a lot of gaming this year. Probably most would be Wreckfest on the Xbox.
Okay. What is the most overrated fandom?
I do not want to touch that one. Sorry, no. I don't want to have people coming after me.
What do you think is like the most welcoming fandom?
I think it's retro gaming. Is that a very welcoming?
I think so.
Yeah.
Can you explain your game to me?
Hi, I'm Aaron. I'm from Escapecoat Games. My game is called Safe Haven. You play as Aya, and Aya is fighting back against an evil AI called Z54. So you're basically going around kind of shutting down servers and combating with kind of robots and stuff that are controlled by the AI. So yeah, that is pretty much the premise. And it's a 2D platformer. And yeah, I just really kind of enjoy the development. We're kind of a small team of 3 of us currently, and I've just really enjoyed it today. Everybody's been really positive, and yeah, it's been a really cool vibe. Yeah. Is that good?
What's your favorite part about the game you've created?
I think the favourite part is just the general atmosphere, really, I would say. The whole tone of the game, it's kind of a little bit gritty. It has that kind of cyberpunk feel to it. And, there's a bit of doom and gloom, bit of grit, but also, there's this positivity in Aya's character and the Resistance fighting back. So, yeah, it's and the music, I think, as well.
Yeah, I know you're obsessed about the music. Do you want to tell us about your music background?
Yeah, so I'm a musician for a living. I'm in a touring band called Everyone and Anyone, and I also release music as AR89. It's sort of my music background has really bled into this game, and that's been a huge part of its character as well. So I love the composition process and the production process as well. So yeah, I wanted it to have like cyberpunk feel, but kind of cinematic as well. I'm just a big fan of lots of different video game scores and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, I like the artwork. It's really cute.
Yeah, thank you.
Very cute. What's been the most challenging thing with your game so far? are?
Yeah,
Like coding or the artwork or?
Yeah, a bit of everything really. I think the coding and kind of making sure everything's running smooth with the GitHub and Fork, which is a system we use to kind of put the code online and make sure everybody can, all the other developers can kind of drop in and push updates and stuff like that. So that's been a bit tricky sometimes, just making sure everything's streamlined really, I would say.
But do you feel like more confident now than when you first started with that issue?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, and we got some help as well, which is good. And kind of Al, one of the lads who does sort of the back end stuff, he drops in and kind of helps me and Schwattel and. Yeah, kind of points us in the right direction if we get stuck. So I've got a greater understanding for sure. Yeah.
And do you have like a favorite character or favorite like enemy that you put in the game? That's like your personal favorite?
I really like the kind of spinning enemy that's in the game, which is actually on screen now. Yeah, that we're looking at.
We're looking at, not y'all.
Yeah. Y'all better play it to see it.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of that spinning because I had to kind of really play with the mechanics of the enemy kind of spots you, and then the closer you get, it sweeps in.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
So like I really kind of enjoy playing with that and how aggressive did I want it to be or not want it to be. So yeah.
No, I can see it. I can see what you're talking about. Yeah.
You see what I mean?
And I see how people like to test the boundaries on that, like getting in the personal space of the enemy. Like, can I get this close, or is that going to be too close? And like,
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I like about it. Not enough games do that, I think, where the enemy kind of certainly in platformers where it presses you in that manner. So
kind of like when you play Mario, and you're getting chased by the guy up top.
It.
And it's like, ooh, you're
that
like,
kind of like going for you.
Yeah, I see that. No, it's cute.
Yeah, it's very cool.
I like how the hair is just like bouncing about, like.
And that's what I wanted because I'm a big Tomb Raider fan. So kind of Lara Croft kind of creeps into a bit of Aya's design, and some people have noticed that.
It's nice to know like where the inspiration comes from, all the different elements.
Yeah, totally. And that's what I love about it. Kind of, you get inspired by the games that you love the most, and that's definitely one of them for me. So Aya is kind of my homage to Lara Croft a little bit. So.
Okay, thank you.
Cheers. Thank you.
Yep, okay, so my name is James. I'm from Lightfoot Bros Games, and my game is Sleepytime Village, and it's a creepy point-and-click adventure where you play a workaholic businessman who doesn't spend enough time with his family or his kids, and on the way to another late meeting after work when you should be at home with your kids, you fall asleep in the back of a cab and you wake up in this children's storybook world, very much like In the Night Garden or Teletubbies or Moon and Me, one of those weird surreal children's shows that has its own narrator as well, an omnipresent being who speaks to Rufus. So he wakes up in this strange village, and this village he's very freaked out by this. He swears a lot that you can turn it on and off for the youngsters. And the villagers in this village are very strange, and a bit scary, a bit creepy, cute creepy kind of things. And he's very freaked out by this. And you need to escape this village. But to do so, your character, Rufus, needs to have some kind of redemption. So it's a bit like Magic Roundabout meets Christmas Carol in a way.
So do you want to get back to his family or not? Do you want to stay?
Well, so there's a lot of like flashbacks, flash sideways and flash forwards, a bit like Lost.
Good memories or like?
So some of the flashbacks will show the player as to why he's a grumpy old miserable workaholic, and some of the flash sideways are cutting back to his wife and kids and where are you kind of thing, and then some flash forwards, because choices you make do kind of fill or not fill up your morale-ometer, if you will, which can dictate the ending. as well. So choices you make do affect what happens. So yeah, I guess he does want to get back to his wife and kids throughout. I mean, you'll have to play it to find out. It's only a demo at the minute, but it'll be out next Halloween, October 26th. And there will also be
25 or 2026?
26, yeah, a year's time, next Halloween it'll be out. There will,
The whole game.
yeah, the whole game.
Okay.
And there'll be an accompanying, well, no. So the demo will be March.
Okay.
So what I'm doing is I'm fine-tuning. People can play it at expos. Hopefully there'll be a couple more this year. And then in March I'm going to release it to hopefully lots of fanfare due to wonderful interviews like this. And then for the launch in October. And there's also going to be an accompanying graphic novel. Yeah, which is like a really nice companion piece to the game and vice versa, which is where it kind of stemmed from in the first place. So, yeah, and that's kind of the world of Sleepytime Village. Yeah.
And did you do like all the coding and the artwork and?
So I have done all the coding,
Okay.
but the artwork is done by two different people.
Okay.
One in Argentina, one in England, and they're from Ukraine. So the graphic novel came first, and the artist from the graphic novel started doing art for the game, but now the artist has changed to someone from Argentina who is very good at mimicking the style and now has carried on that style, so the majority of the art will be hers rather than the original artist. But you wouldn't know. I also have someone else from Argentina, another wonderful, so they're a couple. One does the art and one does the kind of helps with a bit of coding, does some of the animation work and stuff. Yeah, because when I made my first game, which is The Mystery of Woolly Mountain, this one here, now available on Xbox and PlayStation. Yeah. Well, exactly, yeah. So Woolly Mountain, I did it all myself, which is too much, you know. Apart from the music, I did like the art, the coding, the puzzles, you know.
It's like what is like when you try as a streamer, you don't know what you're getting into. You go into making a game.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So now I have more people.
Yeah.
Less stress. Yeah. Better product. Totally. Yeah. And kind of each person's kind of their specialism.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean? Like rather than me trying to do it all. Honestly, it's so nice. I have my my Trello list, and I kind of say these are my priorities. Please get them done. And then I wake up because time difference. And I'm like, yay, and I'm happy. I've got new animations to look at and stuff.
Love that.
Yeah. So, and of course, the writer of the graphic novel is helping me write the game because the novel and the game start off at the same point and end at the same point.
Okay.
But the journey of the game is much more expansive, and we really go in some crazy things that aren't in the graphic novel to kind of expand that out for a game.
How long? The novel's completed though?
Yep.
Alright, how long did it take to make the novel, and how long does it take to make the video game?
So the novel, it's hard to put a kind of number on it because all the people involved have day jobs.
Yeah.
So if they didn't have day jobs and they just did, that was their day job, it'd be done a lot quicker.
Yeah.
So it's taken time.
Was it like years?
I'd say that the novel's been a few years. With kind of gaps.
Yeah.
The game's been a few years, but we did a big Kickstarter in May last year, and that was successful.
I'm finding out that Kickstarter is the way to go for indie games. Games people are in those areas are so supportive of people.
Yeah.
And a lot of times when people launch it on Kickstarter, a lot of times it's filled on the first day as well, depending on which kind of thing.
Yeah, totally. It was really good. It's really hard work doing a Kickstarter, but then when it's done, you're like, oh no, now the hard work actually begins. I've got to make it. Yeah. So we're just chipping away. Now though, I feel really in a good place because by the end of this year, I think the whole game will be playable almost, with tons of bugs, but playable.
I like breaking games.
Yeah, people are doing it today.
My game, I was like, like, are you gonna be mad if I break it? 'Cause
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not break. But they're like,
You know, better now than later.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
So yeah.
I've never seen it break that way before.
I know. I'm like, what did you do? What did you do?
I looked at it.
Yeah. I looked at it funny.
Yeah.
And it broke.
I winked at it.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't like that.
Yeah. So by the end of the year, I think all the art will be done pretty much.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of, yeah, you know, the rundown from January to release in October, and all the extra voice acting and testing and promo. The horrible promo stuff.
Marketing.
Yeah, marketing, that word.
Look at this booth. This is marketing.
Marketing. Exactly. Yeah. So although the demo is not like publicly available,
Yeah, not yet.
I am happy to send it to streamers if they want to stream in advance to encourage all the followers to wishlist. And then the demo will be out in March. I think someone just threw a glass at me then. No, they didn't. Yeah. So there you go. It's been a great day though. You know, really good feedback and people finding bugs for me to squash. Which
Like what price range you're gonna go for on Steam when it comes out, or not yet? Or
say again.
price range for like
Oh,
Steam?
so someone asked me that earlier. I think probably like £15.
Okay, yeah.
I think any more than that is probably, you know, people will be like, how much? And less would be unjust.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Like all the quality of the work.
Yeah, you know, there's a lot, you know, like that Kickstarter money ran out ages ago.
Oh, yeah. Like that.
Yeah, like just turning on a tap and then the tap stopped. Nothing came out, you know. Yeah, there you go.
No, I just keep looking at the artwork. I think it's so cute.
Oh, well, that's wonderful.
Like, even when you're looking at it,
Yeah.
you have like the 2D.
Yeah.
And you've got like different things that will like grab your attention. So then you admire it like even more.
Oh, good. Well, that's great. It's
more going on.
It's really funny, like when you are so close to something, all you can see is the flaw.
Yeah.
And then when someone, like you say something so lovely, and like, you know, the guy from Out the Bit was here saying, you have such a professional looking, feeling game, and I'm like, what, my game?
And
So
the color scheme's nice as well.
yeah. So that was the idea. When you're in the real world, it has that kind of blue, black and white palette. You know that, and then when you're, well, yeah, and then when you're in the village, it's all like, you know, the color. But he stays the same, and it's kind of like, you see what I mean, for that contrast. Yeah. No, not the real world.
In the real world, in the game.
Yeah, the real world in the game. I should have mentioned that.
I was like,
Yeah. It's it must be my contact lenses. Yeah. So. Exciting times. Lots of work to go, but you know, I can almost slightly see the end. The happy end of release. You know. Yeah. Well, thank you very much for your kind words. You may have 3 badges. There's 3 different badges here. There's a little comic I told you could have as well from Woolly Mountain. Little like prologue comic, so you can have that as well. Yeah, take one of everything. Less for me to take home, you know. Alrighty, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm James. What was your name?
Sarah.
Sarah. Lovely to meet you, Sarah. All right.
I mean, you do have your own sound, walk-on sound effects on my show.
Hi, my name is Ali Motisi. I'm author, the beat director, and lead developer. Today we are showcasing Nanuka. Nanuka is an action platformer. Think of Sony mixed with Street of Rage, and you get an idea what the game is about. The main character has to discover the secret behind the Shattering moon. Will embark in an adventure to uncover the secret. And yeah, I think people are having fun with the game today and giving great feedback. Tom, introduce yourself.
You've said everything.
No, introduce yourself.
I'm Tom Cullen. I'm one of the animators on Nanuka. And then everything you said. Honestly,
that you've animated in the game, or something that's really difficult
result for you that you're like really proud of that you made?
It'd be better if it was on the screen. On the demo, we have one of the boss fights I've been working on recently for a few weeks. I'm very proud of it, and it's received well, which is very, very nice. And we haven't shown any more of the bosses beyond that, but they should all be as high quality. So that's yep.
How long have you guys been working on the game for?
2 years we've been working on the game. Yeah. The first half of next year.
And how much do you think it's going to be?
Around £10, like $9.99. Yeah, we want to make it accessible for people. So, yeah. And yeah, also add the entire game is hand animated, and so everything is done by hand by Tom and Leonardo. So it's two artists working on the game, and we are working with a custom engine that can handle thousands of animations. So we can fit all the animations we want and keep the game size small.
And what's your favorite character in the game?
Well, for me it's got to be Nanuka, but I don't know about you, Tom.
I like Nanuka as well.
Go play the game to find out who these characters are.
Yeah, exactly that. I'll say I like the first friend you make, Hannah, who is the Oni. I personally like her a lot. And I like some of the bosses, but I'm not allowed to say.
I also like the bad guy. It's a classic.
Bad guy in that game. I was like, oh, that's
Yeah.
that one it chases you and stuff. So I was like, whoa.
Yeah. You got to love the villains. So, yeah.
I see, like sometimes they bounce on the water, sometimes they drown. So that was a different, not water in the last scene before. Every time they bounce.
I guess thank you. Was that about the water?
It was the one before. They bounced.
Yeah. The red one is like lava, and the green one's like swampy. Oh, I like him as well. He's nice.
Yeah, I like this one.
Yeah, he doesn't have a name though, so.
This looks like so like Chill chasing you.
Yeah.
The tongue and the eyes just like flopping.
I don't think anyone's died to him yet. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, sorry. What Tom is referring to is that there is a nice animation when the clown captures you, but most people are managing to escape from this section. So
For some
yeah, they
reason,
don't see.
I think of Beetlejuice. You know, like
Yeah, totally. Yeah. He's got that feeling. Yeah. And Thomas worked on this animation, which I like a lot. So there is some good bounciness to the animation.
Yeah, no, it's fun though. It's like scary and fun.
Yeah, exactly.
It's whenever I'm given. Oh, thank you. It's whenever we have only a vague idea of an animation, and then Ali gives me free will. I usually. There he is.
Oh wow.
There you go.
Yeah. So I'm really enjoying working with Tom and Leo because it's great to see how they come up with the concept for the characters, how they animate them, and then it's really fun to put them in the game. So it's myself and another programmer, Philip, working on the game. So we are having fun adding different elements of like enemies and bosses to the game, and to see it all come together is really good. And the demo at the moment is not on Steam, can only be played at live events.
There's a cute little cat on the right side of the screen, the orange one.
Yeah.
He's wagging his tail. And then you get the other ones rooting for you as well.
Yeah, they're cheering for the big mama.
And then the one is just sleeping like, oh, I can't be bothered.
Yeah, cats,
My favourite one is the top right one, because he thinks he's so cool. Yeah.
And then this one's got really big eyes on the side that's like partially on the screen.
Yeah.
This one, he doesn't know where he is.
They're like, what is going on? So cute. You have like so many different things. I've only seen like a couple like scenes, but they're very like diverse.
Yeah, the game is very diverse. So
Yeah.
there's a mix of platforming, a bit of like quick puzzle solving, and custom boss fights. So each boss has different moves. And the final version with when you finish the game, you unlock hard mode, where you can do like boss that have extra moves and stuff. So that's the plan at the moment.
And I like that you have like the health bar above the character as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope the audio is alright. Thank you. Thankfully, you got the microphone because there was a lot of noise.
There's so much noise in here.
Yeah. Is it? It'll be alright though. We'll see.
We put subtitles.
We'll find out.
At least you brought a microphone. Because if we were shouting.
Worst
Yeah, I
case
mean, it usually is.
you can talk over the images anyway, so it's fine. So where can we find you?
Oh shit, okay. I didn't know it was time. So yeah, no, it's
So my name's John. I'm the solo developer of Rock and Scroll here. The unique mechanic of Rock and Scroll is that everything you're seeing here, you're actually moving with the scroll wheel. So you're scrolling up to move to the right, and you're scrolling down to move to the left.
Okay.
And you can either click or press spacebar to jump.
Okay, I was like, how does it go up and down?
Yeah. So
Oh, wow.
the story behind it is that you are Sisyphus, but you've tricked the gods once again. And this time you've tricked them into putting your soul inside the boulder as a way to try and atone for your sins. But you're actually using it as a way to escape your curse. So you're trying to travel to the end of time, or the end of the Greek calendar, to break the curse, basically. So there are slight rage baity elements of it, where if you fall down on certain parts, you've got to go back on yourself quite far, like we're seeing here. But it's not like getting up. It's not like only up or getting over it, where
Those are quite hard.
exactly,
You
yeah.
will rage your friends on those.
So those games are.
In this game.
Yeah, so those games, they're predominantly one level. You go, you climb. If you fall, you lose a lot of progress. Yeah.
6 hours long.
So in this one, instead, it's split up into 9 levels.
Okay.
Each level is set in a different time. So we start off here in 1200 BCE.
Oh, like time period.
Time period, sorry, yeah. And you travel through ancient Greece, Egypt, medieval time, pirate time.
Oh, wow.
Trying to think, Western levels. And then eventually you end up in the future.
Do you have all the levels already made right now at this point?
Everything's cooked,
Yeah.
so there's some bonus levels that I want to add in. So
Is that gonna be like DLC? Or...
exactly, yeah, some DLC. But it's also got a daily challenge mode in it. It's also got an endless mode, so you can just sort of, set your own record for how far you can get. Each level has a built-in speedrun timer and a ghost replay system, so you can race yourself, so your previous times, to try and beat.
Will it show you as a shadow?
Shows, yeah. So it shows, like on the level here, you just see another ghost going by. You can disable that if you want, but additionally, you can download your friends' replays. So if one of my friends beat my time, I'd download the replay and I'd keep on doing the level until I can.
Especially for like streamers as well.
Exactly, yeah. At the minute, it's just.
Do you have to know the person whose level you're downloading, or can anybody like upload it and you can grab theirs as well?
So you can filter your leaderboards by friends,
Okay.
so that you can just see your friends. Or alternatively, if you go by public, you'll be able to see the top 10 best times of that level. So, you can get the very best time set in that level to see exactly how they've done it. And it's not just a ghost that you'll see in the level. You can actually watch that ghost as though it's your player as well. So if they've done any tricks on the level to maybe skip a few jumps, then you'll be able to see exactly what they've done.
Like you have some big jumps to do. Oh no!
At the minute, it's only single player, so you'll only be playing on your own. I'm toying with the idea of putting in multiplayer, just because I
How many
think,
people? Like 2 or 4?
to be honest, I don't think there'd be it'd be whatever the limit is of the way that I implement it. So, because I think it'd just be chaos if you could have, say, 12 people all all jumping off each other as they go along. But again,
That'd be hilarious.
that wouldn't be in the base game, potentially in DLC.
You could make it like a really fun party game if you add more people in.
Exactly, yeah. The only issue is that each level brings in a new mechanic, and some of the mechanics I haven't really configured. So this level would be fine for multiplayer because it's very sort of basic. It's platforms. But in later levels, for instance, you drive a car, you fly a plane. In some of the levels, you can rotate the camera, so you're actually working on a forward and backwards and a left and right axis, rather than just a left and right one.
We wear glasses, so that's gonna just take me out. I'll be like, oh no, I can't.
But yeah, we're hoping to release this by the end of the year.
Okay.
Just in the marketing stage right now, so just trying to get as much visibility on it as possible. Going to be releasing around the £10 mark with a 25% discount, so it'll be $7.50 on release. And yeah, so in the main game, you won't have this timer, you don't have the distance. You can activate a speedrun timer. This is just for a build that we've done today for the purpose of being able to see. Yeah, just being able to see everyone's times.
Oh, okay. Logitech G keyboard.
Yeah, sorry, you can collect hats as well.
Oh, that's cute.
So each level there'll be sort of different collectibles that you can get, which will potentially unlock different game modes, or they'll unlock different hats, different difficulties.
As the physics change at all, like you become a bigger helmet.
No, it's more just visual. So like, I think I'm gonna land there. I don't think I do because it's not actually my block. It's different.
Yeah.
But you can see the outline.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just flavor.
We did have it where there was collisions.
Yeah, but then it broke some of the jumps because then you couldn't fit through some of the gaps.
What's been the most challenging thing so far in making this?
So this is the first game I've ever made.
Okay.
And what I didn't realize is that you'd think the majority of the game would be actually building the levels and doing the design and the character control, things like that, but it's not. It's the polishing afterwards.
Okay.
So it's every time you do something and you're like, oh, I'll fix that later. Oh, I'll fix that later. That list just becomes so big that that's what I've spent a lot of time doing, is just polishing, making sure that any bugs are sort of ironed out.
Have people been breaking the game today?
No, to be honest, there's been one bug and that's only because it's this custom build where, so I have a hotkey to restart the level, which is R, and if you don't click on the text box to type your name in and you press R, it restarts the level. So someone who had an R in their name as they were typing it in, they hit R and it restarted the level. But there's been no bugs. Yeah.
What's your favorite thing you created for the game?
So this aspect of you're 2D, but you've got a 3D world. That's like one of my favorite things in games. But every game that I've ever played in that nature, I've wanted to explore in the background or in the foreground. So the last level 9 in this game, the new mechanic that it brings in is that you can actually rotate the camera. So in here, you'd be able to press Q and E, and you'd actually rotate the camera by 90 degrees, and then you'll be traveling. You'll still be doing it in 2D, but you'll be doing it in like a different axis. So that level's.
The little animals. You're so cute. I was like, do you get to bounce by them?
It's funny, in the later levels where there's people walking around, you can roll into them and sort of make them go splat, but I didn't want to do that with the animals. And the animals are safe.
The animals at all.
You don't get to play as the animals, no.
That could be quite
Maybe in some DLC.
Yeah, DLC.
But yeah, I've been working on it, coming up to a year now. So I've enjoyed it.
I was saying, what game has it inspired you to make this?
So the idea originally came from Maddie. She came down one day and said, "Oh, can you make a game like this?" And I was like, "No, that sounds stupid, but okay."
Oh no!
And then I did make it. And yeah, so
Really simple, wasn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
But obviously, inspiration from games like Getting Over It or Jump King or Get to Work they've all got sort of like unique control mechanics. And I feel like this could.
That's really different than using like WSU and arrows.
Exactly, yeah.
And then they will all, like, those keybands will be able to adapt their adaptive controllers.
Exactly, yeah.
Like, it's good that it doesn't have too many different buttons and stuff as well.
Just press submit.
Just press R. Just press R.
Yeah, literally, you're gonna have to.
Those are R.
Broken it.
I'm ready. You're done now.
Just
done. Well, you played it a couple times. I've seen his name a couple times on there. Yeah, I know he wanted that #1 spot.
Who was that?
Taz?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's wearing the red.
I think he played it. Yeah, I think he played it twice. Maybe take the helmet off.
Yeah, which border do I look at? You're hauling now. Professional. Yeah.
Oh no, you got in ahead.
Thanks you. Thank you so much.
To make a lot of everyone who's brave enough to come on here. The prizes are going to be, we'll have a first place and a second place and a crown fee. So you are all going to be made to participate in very something. It's hard, so timeless. You get normally do it. There is only one way in and one way out. So if all of our cosplayers would like to sort of shimmy this way just while it's going on, just so you're in a safe space and you're ready to come on stage, we will ask our cosplayers to walk on stage, strike a little pose for our photographer, and then exit the same way that they come on. And I will say very much.
How'd you do in the game?
Here.
Well, that game.
Everybody
Yeah.
ready?
Finish the demo. I want the next
Amazing
bit.
costumes. Felt like I kind of made noise.
Have you done the stuff in there?
I did one of them. I was so bad.
The clicker one.
Yeah.
I won my slot, so I won the mouse. I don't play shooting games. And you're the one who does.
To stage, Mara and Karina, and make a lot of noise, please. Thank you. And next up, please, Phantom and Abby. Where are Phantom and Abby?
We wanted them drinks, so we went and we got them.
Thanks. Do I have the prizes to hand to people now, or I can get them later?
We're going to announce first place. So top two. First place is... I'm going to do a thing. For first prize, I hope he can hear this because he's next door. Have we got for the game going Sawyer?
Sawyer!
Woo! Sawyer?
Sawyer!
Yeah, this is what they call him, was like.
Sawyer!
Sawyer! Sawyer! Sawyer! Sawyer! Sawyer! Sawyer! Sawyer! Sawyer! So, because we have the wonderful gamer guide here, who are supporting a number of the creators that you're here to them, and they're running that area, they've very kindly donated the first prize, which is a Turtle Beach Xbox controller and a Logic headset. It's like the top of the range stuff, so congratulations, that is what you have won.
All our finalists to leave. Oh, do you want a photo? Okay. Photo, please, panel, if you'd like to gather for photo.